That's how we do that on a beautiful Friday morning. This is Like It Is Radio. Las Vegas is the place to be. This is Like It Is Radio. Always glad to have this chance to connect with you, to, have the dialogues needed to connect us to the larger black diaspora through Black Intelligent Talk Radio. It's your man, Student Verley Franklyn, GF to the Jizzle, whatever you want to call me. We are connecting you now live here in Las Vegas on this beautiful brisk, which is a term we don't get to use often enough in this valley, but a brisk day with the winds. And, it's so majestically beautiful out here in the desert on a day like today, because we're going to use this word. It doesn't get used often in this particular location, and that's desert. So we are in the desert here, and we got snow.
We got snow, y'all.
Snow, Cheryl.
Snow.
Good morning, Cheryl. Snow.
Good morning. Good morning.
Whose bag is this? Is this my bag?
I don't know if that's
Somebody left a bag. Oh, they left a bag of nuts in here. What does that mean?
Uh-oh.
All right, well, I ain't going to mess with that. So.
We're not going to touch
Let that bag some peanuts up in here. What does that mean? But in any event, this is Like It Is Radio. We're glad, as you know, celebrating Black History Month on a beautiful, brisk, as I said, snowy. Is it snowing out there?
It's not, not now. Maybe at the mountains, but not.
You mean at a higher altitude?
Yeah, the higher altitudes.
And I mean logistically high altitudes.
Yes, yes. But wasn't it beautiful? I mean, you're accustomed to the snow.
I am.
But for those of us that aren't, I mean, it was beautiful. It was.
It is.
It was beautiful.
Well, that's why I moved. One of the reasons I don't mind visiting the snow, which means I go someplace and get to visit the snow. I don't want the snow to visit me.
Right.
So, but when I saw the snow yesterday, as you know, we're going to get into it. It's nice. It was interesting for the little bit that did shed.
Yes.
And I use the word little bit in the proper reference. But again, as you would know, snow is important. Safety is important, right?
Yes.
And if you cannot normally facilitate and cohabitate and move around in the snow, if it's something new to you.
And it is.
Because it is new to folks who recognize they have a larger car and that the car is moving faster, and due to the acceleration,
yes,
your speeding,
yes,
your stopping will be affected.
Yes, and not only that, even those of us that drive smaller cars, if you're not accustomed to driving in the snow.
Well, I got my driver's license in the snow. But yesterday, as you know, snow, and today should be a large listening audience, because get your folks together, get them to listen to Like It Is Radio. You can also check us out on Facebook, where we are streaming at Like It Is Radio on Facebook. You can see how I broke out some more corduroys. I was
see.
I got these.
You got your nice sweater on. They still corduroys on.
And it still fit. Yeah. Actually, it's kind of small. Uh-oh. I mean, kind of big. I'm using the wrong terms. We're using the wrong terms. It's kind of big. But as you know, the snow came in yesterday, and we were made aware of it for several events, because we have to go right to it. Yes, the Kemet in the Desert series, unfortunately, last night was canceled. Just canceled for one night. One night, y'all. We got one night. The snow that was, in our forecast, and as we see evident all around the mountains in the valley, was issued, and several, as you would know, school districts and our own Clark County Library District, for safety reasons, facilities were closed. So we'll leave it at that. Last night's, y'all dogging me out already, huh? Right. That's what happened last night when my phone started going crazy at some point, because, yes, unfortunately, last night's festivities for the 6th annual Kemet in the Desert series, 6, y'all, unfortunately, it was canceled due to the snow.
Yes.
Okay, so we couldn't do nothing last night.
But we'll be there tonight.
We'll be there tonight and tomorrow. Make that plain and clear. Y'all ain't got to call and ask, because y'all texting. Y'all won't stop. Hey, come on, man. We're trying to do Facebook Live, too, so that's why you hear my phone on. But we want you to know we're live and streaming at Like It Is Radio. We're also live and streaming on Crazon. I have to give them the whole thing, Crazon, Dion.
That's right.
And you can go to Like It Is Radio. Just connect, because we are live. Just go to your Facebook page. But back to the snow. Yeah. The snow was predicted, and there was snow in several, as you know, places within the Clark County District. The Clark County District is big, y'all. It's big. Clark County is big.
Yeah.
It's bigger than Manhattan, bigger than Harlem. I mean, just in size, not in stature or anything like that.
But they're accustomed to the snow, so they know how to deal with it.
They closed Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie, they closed Atlanta down for a threat of snow. I understand. But anyway, last night's festivities for the beginning of the 6th annual Kemet in the Desert series was rescheduled. They closed us down, but we're gonna bring Brother Jabari back.
Yes.
Because I want to thank everybody for the harvest. Because sometimes you got to open the village. The village is open. If the village can't do it, we have to find places where we can do it. And I'm blessed to say that I had the harvest at my house last night.
Yeah.
We had a chance to sit around with a lot of man. My phone started going crazy when we were canceled. We were canceled last night. That's all. Friday night's events, unfortunately, will not be seen at this particular time because Brother Jabari will be getting on a plane in a minute. Thursday night. I'm sorry.
Today is Friday. Friday's event.
Friday's right.
Will happen.
It's happening right now.
Saturday's event.
I'm stressed out, Cheryl.
Will happen. Don't be stressed out.
I need to go. I need to find some. I need to eat these nuts.
I'm not gonna say these nuts.
Tonight is happening. Tonight is happening. The 6th annual Kemet in the Desert series. We've been doing this for 6 years. We've had folks come talk to you. Last night we were supposed to have Brother the Prince. I'm just gonna tell you what he unveiled last night for the folks at man. While the masses weren't there, the energy of the masses was present. We were able to convene a certain amount of energy at my house. I know my grass is gonna start growing. Serious. My koi fish gonna get bigger. The turtle came out this morning.
Really?
I seen him on the ride.
What?
Yo, there's
It's
energy.
not too cold for him.
Man, he catches the sunlight and the sun hits my pond right at the beginning of the day. The most, so he just sticks his little head up because, he's making it.
All right.
He's making it because North Carolina turtle's tough. Y'all know about that turtle soup.
No.
Come
I
on, man.
Can't do it.
Well, you ain't been down.
Do it. I've had iguana. Believe it or not, in Curacao, when I went to Curacao, that's one of their.
Oh, you an international.
Anyway,
all right. So we go back to the snow. But last night we had an opportunity to sit around. Brother Jabari did not get to convene with the masses, but I had so much energy at my house. I'm telling you, my grass is going to start growing. My neighbors was tripping this morning. But it's a beautiful thing when you get that kind of energy. Because I told you it was happening. The 6th annual Kemet in the Desert series. Last night we were supposed to hear from Brother Jabari, who has studied under the masters. He got mad Latin on his wall. He's also a Kemetic priest. He even going back to the continent almost as long as Professor and and his lovely wife Ashura Kwesi. But this brother is on a whole different level, and it's intergenerational connection we're making this year. So we got the pills in the house to let you know, but we going on tonight strong. And it was just canceled last night due to weather. Nobody, y'all don't bug out. Come out tonight. Catch the dual part of the energy that's going to be all abundantly clear all over the West Las Vegas Library Theater and all those people involved. We are in the studio now with the pills. Cheryl's here. We're going to take some calls. I'm going to entertain some stuff. But the 6th annual Kemet in the Desert, the Black Weekend you've come to know and love, will be on tonight at the West Las Vegas Library Theater for free. That's how I do things.
For free.
We bring it to the community, see, because I know I lived in Harlem, but I walk past a lot of peoples going to school. I walk into the AME church, and they looked at me like, you brought that gentleman here. I said, I did. It's important for us to dialogue with the thought leaders, people who are changing concepts and perceptions. We had the icon Antonio Fargas in our midst. We heard about how I'm being black on film before Wakanda was in evidence in his struggle in film and his entertaining value to many of us on Starsky and Hutch. He is over 300 films. The icon.
Yeah.
We try to talk to everybody.
That's how you been?
We've had Professor Ashura Kwesi. We're going to get you on in a minute because Tim's is in there talking. We ain't got your mic up. We're going to get Tim's. Let's make them live. Let's put them interactive. Make everybody live. And we do this to open the black community up for free. I know there's lots of events that people segregate us. And that's what happens. We can segregate economically, socially. If you can't afford $150, $200, for that cordon chicken bleu, whatever it is, they always run out of salmon for us. You ever notice that? So we've run out of salmon. Oh, okay. But in any event, these events we need to support them all and go to them all. Poetry, dance, whatever it is, celebrating Black History. There's events going on right now this weekend. Get out and support. Get some sunshine on your face with Black History. Because the more you know, the better you'll feel. The more you'll be able to stand up and say, I am somebody, as Jesse told us. Because that's Black history.
Yeah.
That's Black history. So as you know, we're doing tonight the follow-up for the 6th annual Kemet in the Desert series. And I want to thank everybody, the harvest that came out last night that was not allowed to get in due to the snow. Y'all made your calls and made it aware that these things are important, regardless of the snow. Because I'm going to tell you, I have protested in the snow. I protested, and yesterday was such an important day, and that's why I said it that way. Yesterday was a commemoration day, if you knew Malcolm or about the energy Malcolm X. Yesterday was the day Malcolm X was taken from us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Taken from us. He was assassinated yesterday in Harlem at the Audubon Ballroom, 168th Street and Broadway and Amsterdam.
That's right.
Right across the street from the hospital, if you will. Now, they tore down the building, and that day we protested with Sharpton. And I mean, you got to know New York. The medical school, Columbia University owns the property. They decided they were going to do something to tear it down and make it part of the medical facility for the facility that's across the street, which is their building. Columbia University is very powerful, y'all. Don't kid yourself. That land grant, they own a lot of Harlem. They right at the border of Harlem. Y'all pills know. They call that Morningside, though, right over there, right?
Indeed.
They don't call it Harlem. But in any event,
but they have effectively, snatched up the west side of Harlem.
All Riverside Drive, all that, where I live.
All of that.
All of that.
You know what I'm saying?
But yesterday, Malcolm X was assassinated, and I have a picture from the New York Times. So that energy was in the atmosphere. That's why we were trying to have the 6th annual Kemet in the Desert. Y'all are just wrong.
Right?
Y'all wrong. And I see this number. Y'all wrong. You know I'm on the air. They want me to make their special plea. In any event, so that energy was supposed to convene to allow us to hear Brother Jabari on the day Malcolm X was taken from this energy known as Earth. It didn't happen. But we had the pills in the building, and we're going to hear from them, because tonight you could come out and hear how these brothers kick it. And I seen them on the 100. I seen them. I'm beside stalking them. I'm on the West Coast, but I cyber stalk everybody. The beautiful thing about the internet, it can connect us. You may not have been able to go to Columbia University with Obama. All right, well, I play football on the grass in Butterfield. I ain't gonna lie. But in any event, you may not even be able to go to Morehouse. You may not have been able. Yeah, that's true. You may not even read the New York Times. That's true. But this internet, that connects us all. It connects us at a different level, especially for my internet. You got your kids home today. There's no school and no library. But the internet is still there. So teach your kids in these waning days of Black History Month. What's some black? Yesterday, Malcolm was taken from us, and we didn't even talk about it.
How about that?
When Dr. King's birthday came around, we didn't even hear his on the real traditional 15th. We didn't hear his name or his words.
Nah, they waited for the holiday.
They changed. How you gonna change? They don't change 4th of July. 4th of July could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It can hit whenever it hits. It's the symbolism of America. It's an American holiday, right?
Facts.
So 4th of July don't change. That's America. I thought Dr. King's birthday was part of America. I thought that's what it was. But in any event, there's a cloud over us. But I want to get into our guests and let you know, tonight you can have an opportunity to come out, connect with these brothers, the intergenerational thought leaders of the future. And the currents, because what they're connecting, same thing like Brother Jabari. I know. I'm a baby boomer. I'm in the 4th quarter. I'm in the beginning of the 4th quarter, Cheryl.
The 4th quarter.
Yeah, I remember Michael Jordan before LeBron. I remember Oscar Robinson. I remember Kareem before Kareem when he was Lou Alcindor.
Yes.
So I'm in the 4th quarter here, but these brothers are picking up the ball and running down the court in a fast avenue because of the internet. They can spread information. They travel. They're global speakers and they're entrepreneurs of a certain age. Many of my old heads, all we know on the internet is a few things. They have their own setup. They setting up their own stuff. They've been broadcasting, providing knowledge, inspiration, encouragement, and often for your old heads, entertainment. Because you may not be common to some of the vernacular that's being used.
Facts. You
may not be common to some of the way in which representations of thought that we may have had. If you saw 9/11, you saw something. But the younger folks, that's the first for them. That's the first real, you remember the dogs, you remember the hoses, you saw the news. You knew Dr. King a little bit, you talked about it in school. These kids are all living off our memory. And I don't call them kids, the youth, the progeny, the harvest.
Right.
The fruit.
Right.
We got to hear what they got to say because the internet is connecting them. They talk through, in case y'all don't know, y'all got PlayStation in your house? You got your kids them headphones? They be on them games. They don't even know. Their game is going on and they still talking. Don't think your kids don't play Fortnite and go through all that internet jargon. Try to keep up with it. But we have opportunity when we connect with these people as we do through the 6th annual Kemet in the Desert series being brought to you again by Like It Is Radio and so many other folks. I got to shout out Don Marquez.
Yes.
Helping us out. I got to shout out my man Greg DeVille. See, it's about the village.
Yes.
The folks who call and say, hey, I want to be part of this. It's about Crazy D, who puts it on film for us. It's about Master of Mindsets, who helps coordinate with it. It's about Oscar Robinson, the brother who's going to coordinate tonight at with the energy.
Amazing.
It's about all the people who help. And I go down the list Tuesday. And it's also about the library district.
Yes. Don't
think they don't assist because, it costs a lot. A lot. to get the library a full capacity entertainment arrangement seating over 300 people in our community to allow production. So all the productions that have gone on at the library district, through our gem in the community in the arts center, we come out often for free at cost to the producers and the people who are showing the love to make productions for us. So again, big shout out to the library district because they helped this brother right here. I can't afford to get all them technicians in there 3 days a week at union scale with insurance. So what I'm helping you, so they help us, and I do appreciate the effort they allow us to have these events in our community. The West Las Vegas Library Theater, 947 and 951, because it's also the Arts Center.
Yes, the jewel of the community.
And yesterday was supposed to be a special day for them, so I'm going to put that out there too. I realize we're going over time with my monologue because the guests are right here. General Manager, I know if you're in the back listening, I ain't going to go off, but if we get some more time today, it may be a little important. But hey, check this out. The things that we are able to do at those two facilities. Yesterday was supposed to be, I get city proclamations. And I don't say I'm saying the shadow that exists that I'm with, because we're the shadow. For the last 5 years, we've been able to get city proclamations for people who look like you, to put the people in the city of Las Vegas on the record books, other than criminality and taxes. Las Vegas city proclamations have been given to several of them. We had Antonio Fargas get one last year.
Yes.
We had Antonio Fargas Day. They don't have Antonio Fargas Day anywhere else, but we got one.
Yes.
That's right.
City Council, thank you so much for respecting what we do here at this radio station and this community by providing us with proclamations from the city of Las Vegas. We had one for Mr. Oscar Robinson.
Yes.
We got Mr. Yusef Salam.
Yes.
Part of the Central Park Five. He's a survivor. We got city proclamations. We put people on the record book out here. I try to do that. Because I know y'all say, he just talk, he just flapping. No. For the last 5 years, we've had Africans being recognized by the city of Las Vegas with city proclamations. Ramon Savoy, editor and publisher of the New York,
Centennial.
I used to say, I'm indoctrinated. I worked at the Times for a very long time. So. But in any event, we've been able to do that. And yesterday was supposed to be a commemorative day for the ladies and the people at the Arts Center, the West Las Vegas Arts Center. Do y'all know they have a summer program for our kids that allow them to go to the Smith Center?
And perform.
At the Smith Center.
Yes.
Come on, y'all. We need to recognize the work that they do. And I don't want to single anybody out, but it is under Dr. Robinson's office. And you don't just, y'all don't know. Dr. Robinson? That's mad Latin. See, if you get a little Latin on your wall like me, the 5-year program that was on scholarship free, I got to say thank you so much to my family. That went from scholarship free to an extended program. But in any event, when you get a little Latin on your wall, you feel something. You get a master's, oh, you could say something. You get a doctorate, or you done something. You could teach something, you could write something, and you are part of something. So again, big kudos to Dr. Robinson for the leadership that she provides to our community to have summer programs for over 25 years. Summer programs for our kids. Entertaining things that she allows speakers to come into, all the artwork. The place is beautiful. They said all that African stuff in the front. You feel like you done walked into a palace. But the energy of those ladies over there, Lisa, Miss Jape, Tawanda. I know I can't name them all. Even my man Lou Ragland in the back with the video, and Daryl. They do stuff over at these places that we need to recognize. And again, at the library is closed on a cold day like this. Now, I ain't totally mad. But where our homeless going to go throughout the library? I know in New York we had that problem, but they don't close the libraries hardly ever. Till 9 o'clock, I guess. I mean, you got to get out. You got to get out to Schaumburg by 9.
Yeah, you gotta go.
You got to go at 9. I don't care. That's a big library. It's in New York. It's where a lot of the repositories of some of our great writers are. And it's on 135th and Lenox, right across the street from from Harlem Hospital.
Yes.
Right.
But in any event, the libraries were closed. So here we are. These ladies over at the Arts Center, I wanted the city to recognize the hard work that they put in on a continuous basis by allowing us to have places to speak and be free. The rites of passage programs that go through there. Just go name some of the stuff, because we could take up the whole show. But yesterday was supposed to be recognized as the West Las Vegas Arts Center Day under the leadership of Dr. Marsha Robinson and the entire team of people who make us feel whole. Thank you so much. And again, that came from the City Council of Las Vegas. I got a special thank you to the office of Miss Lois Tarkanian. It's one of our city council persons who, when I reach out and say, hey, I want or I need or can you help? I get a call back. So a big shout out because Dr. Robinson, and when I am made aware of who I wanted to recognize, they called me back and said, hey, we got that. They called to the brother. So again, the entire staff over at the West Las Vegas Arts Center has gotten their day. And they're on the recognition on the role of the city of Las Vegas for the important work that they've made, the endeavor of our community through our fruit, our children. They do all kinds of stuff over there, open the doors for us to have places to meet and convene in a common, holistic, city tax-based environment. We are getting our taxes money in that place. We get taxed all over the place and we don't get nothing. But through the Arts Center, thank you so much for what you've done and the children that you've helped. And I was involved in the arts program. Antonio Fargas, everybody does stuff over there. The Arts Center is the gem of the community, and it's finally about time that we recognize them because we are paying taxes to this city, this county. Where do we get our back? Where do we get it back at? Those places. We don't get it in the educational system.
Right.
You know that. You know where we get it? We get it in law enforcement.
So we want to confirm to the family that the library will be open this evening, correct?
Yes, as far as we know, the system is in place to have us in the place to be. You're hearing from these brothers right here. I told you the thought leaders. I'm going to get out the way because there's so much stuff going on they got to share because last night we had opportunity and I wish we got it on video. I'm going to tell you, we going to be like NBC, CBS. We only going to show it once a year. We're going to do it how they do Roots. Yeah. The energy in that room, the dialogues. And I want to thank the Harvest for coming out last night. But I'm going to get out the way because we have the blue and the red pill. Yeah. Y'all may not be familiar with these brothers, but I know we've been talking about them. And folks been asking me for your websites, how they can get. I'm told the old heads, my crew.
That's right.
They say, how, who, why? Well, I'm going to get out the way. You can tell them your whole platform. Yo, we're here at Like It Is Radio. Tonight you have an opportunity to come out and see a full production of entertainment, culture. And yeah, we got another city proclamation for a melanated individual. So do know, it's going down tonight for free, part of the 6th annual Kemet in the Desert series. These two brothers right here, just do it. So I'm going to let y'all just go ahead and introduce yourself again. I know we had you on the radio independently.
Yes.
We got the energy in the room today. See, that's what happened. They knew y'all was coming to town. They said, okay, these two brothers and Jabari, we shutting it down. We shutting it down. Because out of the safety of the people's mindset, the only thing that will satisfy them is snow.
That's right.
So snow, you know, we know a little bit more about snow on the East Coast. Out here, they ain't used to it. There are a lot of accidents and police travel safe.
Never seen that.
And it wasn't that.
Once in a lifetime.
It's about the fear. Let me stop. We're going to go forward. I got the blue and the red pill right here. Brothers, tell them who you are, what you do, why you do it, and how you do it so well. Thank you for making time to come to talk to us here. And welcome to Las Vegas again.
Indeed.
Yes.
Right.
Well, go ahead. You got it. Live radio.
You guys have the
First
platform.
and foremost, we are honored to be a part of the platform. Once again, thank you for having us. It's always a pleasure to be up here and do what we do. Thank you, unwavering. Thank you to Los Angeles. I mean to Las Vegas.
Los Angeles too. We wouldn't have. That's all right. We got a lot of. I know you got your peoples here from LA, so I know your head's right.
We got some people down here from LA as well, but definitely the Vegas family. Ever since we touched down, it's just been red and blue carpets rolled out for us. You know, we're just honored to be here. Although we brought the snow with us.
Yes, you did.
It's all right.
We rolled out the white carpet. You know, we brought the snow. But, like I mentioned yesterday, sometimes these once-in-a-lifetime things are very essential. You know, we live in a day and times where we have a lot of firsts, a lot of once-in-a-lifetime things going on. Just society as it is. You know, it's just a different time.
I mean, if for nothing else, it brings people's attention to things are changing. You know, we live in times where, you know, we live in a time of anomalies. We live in a time of first, like he said. We live in a time of change, you know. And if there's nothing that motivates people to actually sit up straight and ask, well, why are things changing? What is these changes about? You feel me? Mm-hmm. So if you work coincidingly with nature to bring signs and symbols to people, you would expect people to pay attention. You know what I mean? Outside of that, what can you, if you get an alley-oop from God and you still miss the dunk, like, what do you do after that?
Have we done that as a community, though, overall? Have we not had many opportunities to go for the dunk and we didn't.
Yeah, we missed the layup like you and
Oh,
you know,
come on,
we caused championship losses. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying?
That was catastrophic. That playoff loss.
It's catastrophic. And we want to make sure that the citizens, right, the melanated citizens of the city of Las Vegas don't miss that same opportunity. Because like the brother has pointed out numerous times, you know, there's numerous booms that are taking place in the city of Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
For
the
sure.
cannabis industry is legalized. You know, we still haven't seen how we could potentially make a dent in the gaming industry. You dig what I'm saying? But this is also Convention City. Any and everything that we have to know about industry comes through the city first.
Yes.
Right? So we need some spooks to sit by the door and inform us and, you know, some personable people to go into these conventions and make connections. You know what I mean?
Shake hands.
Shake hands, open up some dialogue. You know, see if we could get it first. You know, who got it for the low? We need to know.
Right.
So this is a place where, you know, the pedigree of our people, you know, it begins and it ends. You know, all roads lead to Las Vegas. So we need to bring that particular message to the family. You dig what I'm saying? So
Right.
this is an honored opportunity to be able to sit in front of the people and get a chance to dialogue at a time when, like we said, you know, just a month ago, you know what I'm saying, people were on their tails end, you know what I mean? Resources were running low, the government was pulling back, and, you know, we had little to no remedy as a community to say, well, how can we support our people in these times of dire need? You know what I'm saying? How can we plug in these holes that government assistance, the loss of government assistance will represent? You know what I mean? So once again, if the universe and things within our lifetime are doing nothing to put a shock into the people to finally sit up and take control of things for themselves, then you know, what else can we do?
Yes. When it comes to the issues that we face as a people, narrative is everything. Okay? And the power of the media, new media and old media included, is the power to control narratives. So when stories break, or when we find ourselves with hot button topics, when there are things that trigger our people, like child abuse, sexual molestation, what we saw with the R. Kelly thing, Surviving Kelly, that triggered a whole lot of people who were suppressing trauma and things of that nature. So the community was triggered, but we did not control the narrative. So somebody else controls the narrative, and that way they take away our spark, or they take away our bite, or they take away the opportunity for learning moments, or opportunities to teach it. Yeah, right. Teaching moments. So we continuously have been faced with teaching moments as a people, but we're not capitalizing off of those teaching moments. We don't have the correct thought leaders in place that can speak for us and control the narrative. So the power of Fox News, the power of MSNBC, the power of these talk radio, the power of these periodicals is that they have those people with Latin behind their name. You know, these are social engineers, and what they're doing is they're controlling the narrative. Okay, new media is controlled. Okay, with the whole Facebook thing that took place, where they rolled out and they explained how these major corporations like Facebook, Google, YouTube, they're censoring certain kind of information, and they're also controlling the narrative. Ultimately, that's what it broke down to. The whole thing with big data and why that's
algorithm.
Right. Yeah, it's about the algorithms. It's about, you know, knowing.
Well, stop right there, because a lot of folks, and I mean the point, because people, we hear that, our community algorithms, we don't understand that. Many of us may not understand that concept. As opposed, you think it's just listener based. We are doing something because all the people are digging it because of the listeners.
Yes.
Explain what an algorithm is, or what it actually implies to us.
Well, in layman's terms, you know, to just break it down in its most simplest compound, an algorithm is a way to solve a problem, right? Like a hack. When you mention hackers, well, to hack something is to solve something. It's to, you know, it's to solve a problem. You can hack a problem. An algorithm would be a code, a written code, you know, utilizing computer language, which is the binary code, zeros and ones. If there's anybody out there that's familiar with the divination systems, you know what I mean? Whoever went and got their palm read on the strip, or anybody who's ever been had their destiny read and whatnot, or if anybody's familiar with the I Ching, that's the use of yes and no, zeros and ones, which is the fundamental language of computer languages. So algorithms are a way for people to come up with solutions to simplify something that has been, a problem, or, filling a void. Case in point, when the internet first popped off, there were multiple pages or index pages that were available, right? We had the physical yellow pages, to whereas if I wanted to look up your business, I would open up the yellow pages, locate your business, it would have your phone number, your address. I will contact you via telephone. What some geniuses in Silicon Valley figured out was we can digitize this process now. So they created an algorithm for search, okay? That algorithm for search turned into what we know now today as Google, okay? So they indexed the pages, and they basically utilized the model of the yellow pages, but in the digital world. And the solution was, how can I find all of these websites, there's billions of them being, made a year, or millions being made a year. How can I filter through all of these options? And henceforth, we have the behemoth called Google, okay? So that was an algorithm. That's the way to solve a problem. So what race of people have the most problems in the eyes of the world right now? Or what nation of people have some of the most problems just based off of what they admitted?
Because, they're the only ones with songs talking about they're overcoming, we shall overcome. What you overcoming? You got a problem if you need to overcome something. So we have become synonymous as a people who have problems that need to be overcome.
Facts. So with that,
we're the hackers.
Comes opportunity. Now, as a people, we should sit back and be very excited about the fact that we can identify 99 problems. Well, now we have the possibility or the options to create 99 solutions, which can catapult us into realms unseen and unknown before, because it's a simple mathematical equation. You got the most problems, so you have the opportunity to create the most solutions. It's in your hands. How can the federal government, sit back and honestly solve our problems from an unbiased stance? It's not possible. The only person who can solve our problems would be us, from an unbiased position, from a position where we're not trying to, gain any kind of favor from another. Let me just break it down. We're not playing the money game when it comes to solving our problems. And that's what a lot of people who are in quote unquote entertainment are doing. That's what a lot of people who we find in politics, the crooked ones, the ones that are doing time. I don't want to beat up on.
Yeah, I believe that there's a windfall of money to be made in problem solving. Still, solution is still, a identifiable industry.
That's right. So we as a people are we're missing our opportunities as they present themselves on multiple occasions. What we tend to do is we go with our pain body, meaning that we attack our problems with emotionalism, right? But emotions are energies and motions. So when that energy dissipates, it's on to the next one. Case in point, why we're so triggered by so many things and we're distracted every week. It's Monday afternoon, let me get my tea because it's going to be a new scandal that's going to break. It has to be. While I wait for Ratchet Mondays, I'm going to go online on social media and dig through the tea, because our people are attracted to drama and trauma, right? These are ways for us to not deal with our core issues. These are ways for us to not look in the mirror and come up with solutions. We just look for a new pariah every other week.
Yeah, who we going to cancel next?
We're part of cancel culture.
Yeah.
This is cancel culture. Cancel culture is a real culture, and it's part of groupthink. So if I don't agree with what you say, we're all gonna get together and shame you.
Bully you into belief.
Bullying you into belief. But I don't see
Cancel
too
you,
many
right.
people bullying drug dealers into stop selling drugs. They're not shaming. There's no drug shaming going on.
Ain't no pimp shaming.
There's no, you know what I'm saying? There's
You
no
and your
gangbang
feelings about R.
shaming.
Kelly, but ain't no pimp shaming.
Yeah, so, you know, as a people, organization is imperative at this point. We need to be more organized because when we're organized, we can have a level of hierarchy, meaning that there will be people who we trust, not athletes, to speak about political issues, not entertainers. So, Floyd, how do you feel about Gucci? That conversation shouldn't even been had. This is an entertainer who's a consumer. He's a crash consumer. You know what I mean? He's known for being a consumer.
He's an Uber consumer.
He's an Uber consumer. That's all he does is buy things. That's what Floyd is known for. Floyd is not known for being an investor. Floyd is not known for being a philanthropist. Floyd is not known for, you know.
Well, he said that. He said he ain't got no connection to Africa.
That's right. And he's being honest. And one of the things that we don't appreciate as a people is the brute honesty that others want to give us.
If we don't agree with it.
If we don't agree with it, you know.
And that's his honesty.
So he's going to, by him continuing, even though we know the other gentleman, Gucci is having a problem with Gucci and them making these masks and not respecting the black dollar that's spent. He's still willing to say, as a black millionaire, I'm gonna spend mine. Is that breaking us apart, or is that part of the matrix?
Well, the people that has been identified as already broken apart. He's just capitalizing off of the disunity. You know what I'm saying? He knows that he doesn't have anybody to answer to. He knows that there's no one that could really definitely shame him because there's no organization. So he's gonna be a rogue. He's gonna say, look, y'all not gonna stop me from buying this stuff. There's no importance in me not, you know what I mean? He doesn't see the importance in it. I don't know why, but as a consumer, this is his choice, right? This is what he decides to do. That's why I said, if there was some kind of leadership, identifiable leadership, if there was some kind of unified code. They didn't go and ask Kaepernick if he's gonna go and buy some Gucci because they know what the answer is gonna be. Fact, you know what I'm saying? They're going to go to people who are going to create. Going back to what I was saying again, the conversation got hijacked. They changed the narrative, so it went away from Gucci and it went on Kaepernick. It went away from Gucci and it went on Dapper Dan. So they let us.
Mayweather, you mean? Yeah.
I mean, it went on Mayweather and then it went on Dapper Dan. But at the same time, Gucci was getting away.
Right.
Out the back door.
Out the back door.
They knew the people to talk to that would make it okay. Like
That's
you said,
right.
They wouldn't talk to Kaepernick because he was going to have a whole
He's
different
gonna pour
opinion
flames
about it.
on him.
But I think with Mayweather is thinking just with money because that's the knowledge that he has. He just has the knowledge of being able to have the power of the dollar to do whatever it is he wants to do. Where I think that we look at it for what it's for.
Well, I would say this. I would even take it further and say that he can be identified as an archetype of the money game. Mm-hmm. He's Money Mayweather. Right? So he is a part of the culture.
Turn the sound down.
And the culture co-signs that behavior. Mm-hmm. Going back to the conversation that Monique was having with Steve Harvey, it's integrity and character versus the money game. But our culture does not talk about integrity and character. Our culture has not groomed our children and the generations that precede us to respect. They're not talking about values
of it.
We don't have any examples. A person such as myself, all those of us who remember Ali, mm-hmm. we could point to Muhammad Ali and said, no, there were athletes that stood for something. Right. He's a prototype. But what about the ones who got influenced by Orenthal James? Mm-hmm. What about the OJ? Because remember, there's two archetypes. There's Ali and there's OJ. OJ said, I'm not black, I'm right. OJ. OJ went with the money game. Ali went with the integrity game. Mm-hmm. And the end of it all, right? The athletes that are coming into the league today, they're coming in on the OJ frequency. On the money. That's all that's coming. Yo, I gotta get my mama out of the hood. She's been out the hood since you've been signed as a rookie. You're 20 years in. What else are you doing?
But
Mama's
then,
out the hood.
But then you'll have a hybrid like LeBron, right? He's a hybrid of both of those worlds.
Mm-hmm.
He's managed to get the bag, and he's managed to, have an aspect of his integrity still intact, where he says, I'm going to make $1 billion while I'm still an active athlete, but I'm also going to speak on social justice issues. I'm still going to, empower my consortium. I'm still going to have these particular platforms where I get to talk black.
But
So-
doesn't that come with him having morals, values, and standing for something, opposed to just standing for nothing and just letting money dictate his?
No, I'm saying, yeah, he's the perfect hybrid between both of those worlds, where he still has those morals and you know what I'm saying, those
LeBron you're talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about LeBron. So yes, he's still able to play both games.
Mm-hmm.
You understand, and do it in a way in which to me is very interesting.
Yeah.
So keep in mind, the memorandum has not come down from the culture. You know what I mean? There's nobody walking off the mountain with 2 tablets of the culture, the 10 commandments of the culture, where we're redefining what is the value system, what is our code, what do we stand for. This is still speculation at the end of the day. And the culture taught us to identify self-worth in materialism or trinkets, or the fact that me wearing Gucci separates me from you.
Right.
Me stepping out of a Phantom separates me from you. That is my self-worth.
Right. Stunt culture.
Stunt culture. It's not melanin is popping anymore. It's not my intellectual propensity. It's what can I stunt on you Negroes, you peons with to make you, because Gucci is gonna make me feel better when I come out of my house with that $10,000 alligator bag.
So,
you know what I'm saying? I got my Gucci scarf on. The emperor has no clothes. So as a people who are being decimated by the day, everything is being stripped down from, we have no identity. We're not owners. We're getting kicked out of our neighborhoods. All of these things, we're being destroyed in the media. These people are putting on, you know what I'm saying, these outer garments, right? Mm-hmm. They're putting lipstick on a pig to make themselves appear to look
Let's be
is
clear.
that a derivative of the slave culture? Is it capitalism
it's
or what is
slave
it?
culture.
It's consumer slave culture, and when I speak about the astrological aspect of who we are as a people, diasporically, right, as Cancerian, we're Cancer people. We're ruled by the energy of Cancer, just like this country is, right? The birthday of this country is when?
4th of July.
That's Cancerian, right? And we have an indelible connection to this country, right, at the ankle, okay? And our people are Cancerian, very emotional, right? Pretty much connected to a motherly energy, right? This whole aspect of homeland is a question, whether we come from this particular homeland or we come from the homeland of the continent of Africa, right? And like crabs in the barrel, you would do whatever you need to do, especially when self-worth, the value system is the order of the day. I'm going to step on you in order to get higher in this particular system where I need to be noticed because I have an identity issue. It's been stripped of me. I'm bucket naked out here. I don't have no identity. I identify with myself as a brand. I'm wearing brand clothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you that I'm branded by music that I can't separate myself from because, it's fused into my very being. I can't turn off R. Kelly even if I wanted to. So we just have all of these interlocking and interplaying concepts of our branding, right? In the 400-year Jubilee when we're supposed to be coming out of the curse, right? Mm-hmm. But the brand is still identifiable to a degree where we're showing it to you externally and internally. So who would release these people? Like, who would unlock those locks to say, you're free to go, sir?
See, the conversation that, people have when they begin to identify with their biological selves, when they begin to identify with their spirit body, when they begin to identify with their cultural awareness of who they are based off of the DNA in their veins, you're not talking about no Gucci shirt. You're not identifying your wealth with something outside of yourself. So if he can't get up there and talk about his blackness, or he can't talk about the richness of who he is on a molecular level, he's gonna say, nah, I'm stunting in this Gucci scarf and my belt and whatnot. You know what I mean? Because that's his way, that, you know, that is his clothing. So, and I'm not just talking about Floyd, because there's a plethora of rappers who just say diddly squat because they are in fear of having to throw away those labels, because if they threw the labels away, what do they have to feel, you know, rich?
Mm-hmm. Valued.
You know.
But don't we learn that from home? Because like everything you're saying is a conversation that I have with my daughter. So
that's right.
Don't we have to start this at home so that by the time they're 16 and 17, their value isn't necessarily just on money and this culture? Because I'm raising my daughter with morals, values, integrity, self-worth.
Yeah, but you're
Stand
up against
for something.
You're up against a multi-trillion-dollar marketing campaign.
Right.
You're up against a behemoth that is ping. You know the ping. How the internet or the 5G, 4G stuff works. They're pinging these suggestions into the minds of your child by the second. Mm-hmm. So you're constantly going to be at war with a double consciousness, right?
Constantly,
right?
Constantly. It's a constant conversation. When I tell you, it is a daily, constant conversation.
And it
constant
mutates.
conversation.
The social engineers are coming
constant
from
That's right,
conversation.
and they don't let up.
As a parent, you're up against social media, music, fashion, friends,
social circle,
even your identity you're up against.
Family.
Everything. So when I tell you as a parent, and to me, all of this should start at home.
Absolutely.
To me, that's just my opinion.
Of
and
course.
then by the time they're out in the world, they're able to make their own individual decisions on how they want their life to be and not how society says you should be.
It did. Well, what if the mother of the child is, you know, has an internet addiction, a smartphone addiction, a social media addiction? What if the father, right, is out there clout chasing, you know, or he is under a spell, right? The child is going to be fed the feed of whatever level the parents may be on. Or what if we just let the internet raise a child? Or what if we let Peppa Pig raise our child while they're eating pig?
Right.
Yeah, and he's doing it. Peppa Pig is definitely
while they're
doing
eating
it.
bacon. You know what I'm saying?
These are tablet toddlers. So they've been born.
That's a wild term.
Yeah.
Tablet. I'm going to coin that. Tablet toddler. Oh, man. Because that's true. I mean, the images, they're all fed. I mean, look at them from the adults. The adults are the ones, I can talk about my house, but I know they watch Housewives of Atlanta, Housewives of Beverly Hills, Empire included, Law and Order, all of these
Empire
images.
is the #1 show amongst melanated women.
We're gonna show that tonight. Yeah, we got
receipts.
We got the receipts on all of this conversation. Empire is the most watched show by Black American women. Not to say that they're the highest demographics that watch that show. They said the show that Black women watch the most and Black women could watch some TV. The show that they watch the most is Empire.
Not
Scandal and not Housewives.
Really?
I'm going to share something with you. This programming is even getting better by the day. I was doing some research for this lecture. This coming up tomorrow. Tonight. Hold on. I'm so ahead of myself. Right. And I caught wind of Love and Hip Hop, New York.
Oh, man.
And I couldn't pull away from that thing, bro. This was on Monday. I could not pull away from that episode. I was admiring the beauty of the women. I'm going to keep it a buck.
Talking to the mic.
Yeah, I was admiring the beauty of their cast. They have some beautiful melanated women. I couldn't avoid myself. I was encapsulated. And even though the storyline was like, it wasn't that ratchet this one. It just was. It was some of the. Can we talk about it?
It was so ratchet. You lost the storyline. The storyline was alright this time.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. No, I'm just saying. They were just still dealing with what they've been dealing with. You know, women catty with each other. You feel me? And mundane. It's just mundane. I never saw somebody come and open a business. You know, I don't hear them talk about serial entrepreneurism on these shows. I don't know. I don't have a prototype of what a conscious woman or a spiritual woman may be, because we've never been introduced to that woman in any of these shows.
And mind you, all of these women are brands after being branded on this particular branded show. So the show gives all of these women opportunities to do for self. You could be an IG model now. You could get a host.
You could be Cardi B. Cardi B just got a Grammy.
And be a part of this.
Yeah.
It started with a B.
Barbizon,
right?
Barbizon.
So
I got a few cars. I was attracted.
I know what I'm saying. If you was looking for a job, they'd be like, "Yo, come and work for Barbizon and hand out flyers."
Yeah.
Every time I see you, you're dressed. You can work for you. I got a job.
We were just watching you walk down the block.
Right.
Think you good for Barbizon. Then you go to Barbizon and they charge you $100 for your portfolio, and you never hear from them again. It was a big scam. What was the white dude who was running it? He was like,
I know what you're talking about.
He was rich. He was into all kind of stuff.
Wait, Google. Yeah, to go ahead and on the phone.
Ron Purser.
That's what it was.
I think
Ron Purser, something like that.
Yeah, something. So
it was like, come meet Ron. I remember that.
Perlman.
Yeah, Ron Perlman.
Yeah, a Me Too dude, mind you. So he was able to pimp Barbizon because he was using one of the stars that made it. Out of the 1,000 people that they were jerking, I think one person made it and, got on the cover of Sports Illustrated. So that's the same way that they sell these reality shows, right? They have, you know how you got in Hollywood the A-list act, they got D-list. They're making D-list people. Like Cardi was a Z-list actress. You feel me? She was a Z-list. So they're trying to create Z-list people into A-list talent.
Celebrity, right?
Yeah, like what they're doing with what's that? Who's Got Talent? When my man with the turban.
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon. All those shows. We got talent. This thing.
You know what I'm saying? No,
I like Nick too. I'm just saying the shows though. They're just getting these individuals who believe they can make it, and they're gonna platform them and make them all the way through.
Fact. It's the same kind of mentality that had those parents bring their children to R. Kelly. Right?
I don't get that one.
There's people doing that all up and down Los Angeles right now as we speak. Right? You have parents selling. You got parents pimping out their daughters.
Their daughters.
You got parents playing Russian roulette with these people, because what is Russian roulette? Shoot, you just, when you bring your child into these environments, you're playing Russian roulette. You pulling the trigger and just hoping the shit don't. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right.
And just hoping that it doesn't go
It's all
off.
passion. It's all passion. But I tell you what, we're gonna do. We got some people on the phone line. We've been graced. We've been graced by our great general manager to recognize the importance of the dialogue. Our callers going. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, caller. I know we was dialoguing. If you want to try to get in, we're gonna talk with the brothers right here. We got the red pill and the blue pill tonight. Cheers. They will be at the West Las Vegas Library Theater, 951 Westlake Mead Boulevard, barring the snow. Yeah, last night Mother Nature got us because the energy that was brought to town with Brother Jabari and the pills changed the whole environment. Look at the mountains. Look at the mountains is white. They had to do something. But we told you it was coming. We making it happen. We're going to take the top of the hour, but we got a little extra time thanks to our general manager. So if you want to dialogue with these brothers, we have an opportunity. These are thought leaders for the future generation. If you're not connected, here's your chance to get connected. And you got your kids home from school, ask them what they talking about. And you'll find out that these brothers right here are right on the same page. So you can come out and make this intergenerational tonight. We're going to take a moment, do the top of the hour. We'll be right back with the blue and the red pill.
This is another great episode of the Film Review.
We are the husband and wife team. We are the husband and wife team. We are the husband and wife team. Stay tuned. We're the husband and wife team. I'm Crazy D. And this is the Film Review. Stay tuned. We got a lot to talk about. We are the husband and wife team that review movies, music, culture, politics, and society.
This is the Film Review. Movies, music, culture, politics, and society. We're the husband and wife team. I'm Crazy D.
Tracy.
And we review movies, music, culture, politics, and society.
Sunday at 5:30 on Crazon Dion page on Facebook. Live stream. The Film Review. Movies, music, culture, politics, and society.
This is the film review.
That's how we do that on a beautiful Friday morning. This is Like It Is Radio. And then we're gonna be, if you can't get it, we're gonna give it to you, because we got it right here live with the blue and the red pill. These brothers are right here in our town, in the, the place to be, KCEP, the broadcast leader of the entire valley. Because I know folks listening, the haters is jumping on board. They've been calling me. They can call into the station. We're going to talk to these brothers because they're going to talk to us tonight at the West Las Vegas Library Theater as part of the 6th annual Kemet in the Desert series. We got these brothers. They comedically, they on it. They're not challenged by it. They're entranced by it. They're part of it. And the energy that they're bringing forth is what we need to connect with on a larger black diaspora. Because I saw other brothers, I cyber stalked them. I'm out here. It's a little different, but the time changed because y'all do your thing, and then I can catch it at night on the internet. That's right. A big shout out to my lovely wife, because she, what are you listening to? Go downstairs, baby. Go downstairs. And she sit right there with me, because she talked to her. She was like, she was got with Jabari last night, because they have intellectual dialogue on the internet on several platforms. We're going to tell you how to reach them. They're in our town. They're entrepreneurs. They got some stuff, and I'm going to tell you, they got some stuff. But anyway, I cyber stalk them. I go home to see my mama, walking down 125th Street, nice summer day. I see the brothers. I tell my wife, okay, look, I got to stand. Because they just hold court right in front of the Mart. Y'all don't know the Mart. It's opposite the Apollo. It's an entrepreneurial spot that they had in Harlem. We had several African-American businesses encased in one place. Out here, they call them swap meets.
That's right.
But ours was the Mart. The original.
That's right.
And you could go in there and get some Muslim tapes. You could go in there and get some third world tapes. I'm talking about reggae music. Yeah, you could go in there and get some clothes, Dapper Dan and all of them. Yo, I bought a sweater from one time, $150. I only put in the dry cleaner once. I was that fresh. That's how fresh it was. I didn't want it clean. I was clean in it. I took it off. I folded it up and put it by the window so air out.
That's right.
Because you can send something to drive. You know how sometimes you can send come back right.
It don't come back
right. It was beautiful when I bought it. But in any event, we have these brothers. I said, I'm going to bring y'all to Vegas because they need to check. They're like, yeah. Go ahead, OG. So I sick my man LJ on them once I got out here. Said, I know I got a little gray in my beard, but I'm part of the fire. It's the cold. The white coal is the hottest coal,
That's right.
All right, so I got a little fire here. So LJ handled the business and dialogue with them, and we brought them to Vegas. Last night we were snowed out. We're going to get to their brother Jabari, but the harvest did.
My tagline since I've been on this radio is telling people what? I said, we finna bring the water.
We got callers on the line. They want to get at you. But I'm just telling you, I talked to the brothers. The old head went on, and they're like, okay, if he calls us, we call us. But we worked it out. The snow ain't stopping him in New York, because they try to stop you in New York with the snow. Mm-hmm. It's a global thing when energy. When you bring energy in, it's a global thing. Everybody, right. I ain't saying it's just me, but the people that are working with me, thank and God and blessings, we here. We're going to have them tonight. Some folks on the phone lines. We got to grant a little extra time. I appreciate you, Mr. Melody and Remix, for allowing us to have a little bit more time to dialogue with these brothers. Because I'm telling you, tonight at the West Las Vegas Library Theater, it's free. Our give back to the community. Money should not separate you from the glory of who you are. Whether you made Harvard or not, or Morehouse, or any Spelman, whatever you call it. Because you made it and you walked past all our brothers and sisters like I did. I walked right down right down 169 Mildred Street. It's the medical school at Morehouse right now. That's what my tenement is a medical school now.
That's right.
I had roaches in there. Ray didn't mess with them. Hear me? I sprayed a bomb. They were like, ha, ha, ha. But in any event, education shouldn't separate us. The access to information shouldn't separate us. Tonight, the pills are in town. Come out, bring your children. It's intergenerational. Yeah. Get some of this knowledge. It's sunshine, y'all. You asked me how I got to where I was. How you get like that? Well, in addition to being a Jamaican, let me tell you, the fire that burn when you get the knowledge, certify you good, for armor. Education, as my grandfather said, was armor against the man.
That's right.
So you ask me how I got to the place? These are the brothers that took us there. I got to hear something one day that challenged me on the inside, made me feel good, and I went for it. So that's what we do. But I'm going to get to the phone line real quick, because I know they out there, and they always curse Frank out, and I don't put them on. So we got the pills. Good morning. How you doing? Welcome to the Like It Is Radio Nation. Tell me you got me locked in on Facebook. You're a constituent. You're already listening. What up?
Peace. Am I on?
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, man. Okay, this is a glorious day, man. First off, peace and greetings to the Moors here.
Islam.
Here in town. Islam, my brothers. Man, you have no idea how just ecstatic I am to hear these brothers finally, man. I've been saying this Like, looking forward to you guys coming. As a matter of fact, I'm a Morehouse brother as well. So that's funny you mentioned that.
All right.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I left corporate world, and I'm actually in a passionate stage right now building here in Vegas. Can't really talk about it, but it's big. And, you know, it's good to have brothers like you coming on this side because the culture here is divided. It's transient. It's sporadic, and it needs an insurgence. And you were saying that we are the solution to our problems, and I've been saying this all the time. The true reparations is us.
That's right.
Right? We got trillions of dollars that we produce, but we looking for help.
How about that?
We look, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, when are we gonna get it? That it's time for the churches to come together, religious or not. It's time for the people to come together, you know, and whatever difference it is, that's fine. But we need to come together. So brothers like you coming here, doing this, man, I'm all for it. I'm changing my plans so I can try to be there tonight. So I definitely want to connect. I watch your videos all the time, good brother. So it's good to hear. It's just good to hear. Let me just keep it like that. Not get too into it.
We're gonna see
know
you
what
in
I
the
mean?
building. You're gonna make it happen, and you know we will definitely see you when you show up, brother. Because on this side we don't try. We either doing it or we not. You dig what I'm saying? So we're gonna see you in the building.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Man, thanks, man. We'll see you soon. Yo, man. Graves Hall in the building. You stayed in Graves Hall?
You know, actually, no, man, I stayed in Du Bois Hall.
Oh, man, you ain't really down then, man. You know, Graves Hall. I'm messing with you.
Nah, I transferred in, my brother, so I only did 2 there, but it was the best heaven and the worst hell of my life.
Same thing.
For the world that made me who I am today, you know what I mean? So, we're part of it.
Well, same thing. I tell you, I was on a 3-year program. You know, after 3 years, I got a job at the New York Times, so I left, and my paper was, you know, just learning. But I got to go to school with Spike and Monty and all of them. But you know what drew me? You know what bugged me out most? Everybody had a Jerry curl. I'm from New York. I had no Jerry curl, man. I was like, yo, what's up with that? I couldn't bring nobody. Get off my couch. Get off my bed.
You know, that's funny you mentioned Jerry curls, because when I went there during the orientation, right, they were literally cutting brothers' hairs off with Jerry curls.
What year you?
See, I was there in 93.
Oh, you way back.
I was in the school days era.
Yeah. I was post.
Yeah.
I was post.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Anyway, man, yo, man, I see you, man. Man, I know you've been to Mr. V's a couple of times. You ever been to Mr. V's out on Greenbrier Road? Is that still in effect then? In Fulton County.
Man.
They had this club called Mr. V's.
Was Spiegel's open then?
Yeah, Speakers Open, man. Speakers Open. Yeah.
I used to do Spiegel's.
See, oh,
Weed
man.
on weed.
Yeah.
Hey, that's where they got that from Living Color, I swear.
Right, you're right.
That's right.
Only a few know. Only the chosen few know, brother.
I had my residency at Clark Atlanta. So
Oh, you went to AU Center.
No, I didn't go there. I had my residency.
That's
Okay. It's different.
Well, brother, man, we're going to move on. We appreciate you stopping by, man. And you can always stay connected with us at Like It Is Radio on Facebook, man. Stay up. Let's get the next caller in here because we're going to run out of time. I see the DJs are ready to go for the next, to bring us the music that make us move. That's on Friday, so you know you got a lot of energy. And then, you know, we got Chrome tonight. We may have to bring y'all out to Chrome because we do it Melanated Fridays at Chrome for $5. And, man, let me tell you, the brothers are making back hurt. I'm old. My back hurt.
That's right.
But anyway, we got another caller on the line. Good morning. How you doing? Welcome to the Like It Is Radio Nation. Tell me you got me locked in on Facebook. You're a constituent. You're already listening. Laker Salam, sir.
Yes, this brother Kareem Franklyn G. How you doing from Man Down Boxing?
Hey, what's happening, man? Stay up, man. I'm just keeping it going.
Hey, I'm feeling it, man. There's no disrespect towards anybody out here in the West, man, but, you know, just a good feeling to be able to talk to some of my East Coast brothers as well.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Alhamdulillah. Peace and salam to all my Islamic brothers and sisters. Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Let me just break this right down to pragmatics here. You know, last weekend when you brothers was building, I overheard something in regards of like the commercials and how they was advertising like the black with the white. I kind of peeped that, if you feel what I'm saying.
Yes,
and what
indeed.
you were saying about them commercials, my brother, is real.
Yeah.
And there's a science behind that.
Yes.
There's a science behind that, no doubt. And, you know, but that's how it is, though, man. When you're dealing with these 1%ers, man, which only existed on the planet for 5,000 years, even though we've been here for over 6 million plus, and we don't even know that ourselves. But, you know, this is what we got to deal with, man. You know, that's why, as black people today, we have to have it like this, man. Confidence doesn't take detours. Confidence doesn't take detours. You know, we have to be a force behind the forces, my brother.
That's
we got to
right.
come in with this new type of style. That's called stylistic adjustments. And we got to make them.
Wow.
We got to
I like
come in
that.
with them stylistic adjustments, man, because nothing is real if we don't believe in who we are.
That's right.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you, sir.
So
Thank you.
listen, all I'm saying is this here, my brothers, it's a blessing that Franklyn G have you brothers out here at the helm. It's a blessing.
Yes, indeed.
Wow.
It's a blessing because we are way beyond lost and brainwashed. But guess what? It can all be fixed.
Yes,
all we
it
got to
can.
do is come together. And like you said, we have the resources to the money. It's already it's being self-explanatorized every day on the money that we waste on just dumb stuff. As an example, speaking of Gucci, look what Giannis did during the slam dunk. Did you see Giannis have that hoodie on at the
Yeah.
slam dunk contest last week?
Yep.
Right?
Right.
And I said, "You got to be kidding me." He had on the hoodie, and I said,
Right.
"This is what I'm talking about, man. It's just a sad situation, man. How we don't
beautiful,
have, no type of knowledge, man, of what's really going on.
Look.
You know what that's called? That's called deep fried.
The other
That's
brother,
called being in triple
right.
state darkness, brother.
The other brother that won the slam dunk contest from Africa, he had the Superman
Yeah,
shirt on the Amadou, right? On the 1 year anniversary of Black Panther. You dig what I'm saying?
No, on the 20-year anniversary of Amadou Diallo
Yeah,
being
right,
shot
right.
41
Absolutely.
times,
Mm-hmm.
the New York NYPD shoots one of their own 42 times. Right? This happened a few weeks ago. They shot one of their
Right,
own.
right. One of the cops, right?
And
Friendly
then,
fire, right.
and then we get introduced to Hamadou Diallo winning the dunking contest. You know,
Changing the narrative. Changing the narrative.
Reinforcing that whole Superman, mythos and everything.
Yeah, and then a few days later, they announced that they're opening up NBA Africa. That they're gonna have a league.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, the NBA is opening up a league in Africa. Yeah, they're gonna start
Whoa.
sourcing, the brothers from the continent.
Whoa, so that means brothers in the neighborhood, y'all better get your game together.
I'm
Just
gonna
got
be out there.
global.
I'm gonna be out there tonight at the platform to see my brothers over there while y'all over there putting that knowledge together and
Yes,
trying to
sir.
educate these people because, like I said, every time God get the blessing, the devil get the messing.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you so much. Thank you, brother.
So by me listening to what y'all was saying and how the distraction is with with these shows and this hip hop, loving hip hop and all that, I'm listening.
Right.
And I'm like, these brothers need to stay here. I know we need help everywhere, but here, man, it is so saturated and
Right.
watered down. It's
Right.
unbelievable.
There's no 125th Street here.
Alhamdulillah. Don't make me walk across the street and go to Dr. J's, brother.
Oh, man. I take you even back further. If you remember A.J. Lester, I see how far you go back.
Oh, come on.
All right.
We know we love AJ, but we got to keep that there because I used to walk right next to the Apollo and get my Gucci ass made with Big Daddy Kane.
Hey, I tell you, I had a sweater. I only put it in dry cleaner once. It was beautiful. And it had that leather on the side, but it had the Gucci all in the chest. Everybody like to
But
touch it.
see, and that's the conversation that we need to have. How do we go from Dapper Gucci to running into real Gucci and being proud of throwing all of our hard-earned, money to a brand? No, what about celebrating those amongst us who are
Innovative enough.
who are
Right.
innovative
To
and
make the action
to make
pop.
something better than what Gucci was making in the 80s.
Right.
Because to be honest with you, they're the wave that they're riding right now with the new wave of hip hoppers is the wave that Dapper Dan.
Correct.
They're riding his
Facts.
30 and 40-year wave by reintroducing the same retro. They're riding the retro wave. Yes,
May I interject for a minute?
Of
May I
course.
interject? Well, think about this. Speaking of the word riding, haven't they been riding this for over 400 years?
Oh,
What
for
you think
sure.
they're gonna stop now?
oh for sure.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
That's the master's game plan, man. He's good at what? Seeking and stealing. What does the crocodile do? It kill, eats, and destroy. It has no remorse. That's why we're still in the same situations that we're in. Because that's the way their nature is. It's in them.
Wow.
That's in the 1%er.
I tell you what,
the 1%er.
I appreciate your call, but our time is running out. We're going to be able to dialogue on the next level tonight.
Man, to the people out there, my brothers and my sisters, know from whence you came.
Right.
If you know once you came, then there's really no limit where we can go in life. Because if we don't have confidence in self, then we are twice defeated in the race of life. But with confidence, you have won even before you started. So when it comes to anybody competing against the black man or the black woman, competition is none. Alhamdulillah.
Thank you for those words, man. We'll see you tonight, brother. We're going to get out of here because the music got to take precedent because it's about Friday and the energy you guys are unleashing. If they ain't get it, they ain't gonna. But they can get it to refresher course. You can come out tonight to the West Las Vegas Library Theater for this free 6th annual Kemet in the Desert. We have a full night of production. We got some we got some folks singing. Because, you know, it's about production. We got the Adobisi dancers. It's about production. We got Oscar Robinson. It's about production. Not only will you hear from these intellectually gifted, stimulated brothers, you're going to have a night of culture at the West Las Vegas Library Theater.
We have an amazing presentation.
And we already know that. I'm telling you, like I said, when I synced them, I went down 125th Street to holler with them. They was holding court. If you can hold court on 125th Street, in the vein of Malcolm, in the vein of even I give it to you, Al Sharpton, because back in the day, Sharpton, he's still my man.
Yeah.
He closed off I was there when he closed off the Brooklyn Bears. Yeah, I like Jumpsuit Al. I like Jumpsuit Al. Jumpsuit Al. You know, we closed off the Brooklyn Bridge. I remember that. There you go. But the bottom line is the energy that these brothers are bringing, the blue and the red pill. Tell them how they can catch you on the internet and all that good stuff. As we get some closing words, because we're gonna go have lunch. I think we're gonna go over to the bistro if you just know we want to know, because we had such a good meal over there yesterday. And you know, I got to give a big shout out to Mr. Walcock and the entire staff over at the it's the Nevada Training Culinary Arts Center.
Yes.
Brother Scott is in control of the place, and also got to give a shout out to Miss Monica Ford. Let me tell you, it's in the community. It's 4-star dining, prepared by us for the folks who are going to be working in the casinos. So it's good stuff. We're going to go over to the bistro, hang out with Mr. Rodney Smith. But as you get some closing words, hit them with what they can get. This is a little nugget of what you haven't given them, because it's tonight, the West Las Vegas Library Theater, celebrating African American History Month. We got the pills. Brother Jabari, travel safe. We do appreciate the love you gave us last night, because we're going to put it on video for y'all, because the harvest is right here.
That's right.
It's the people in the fruit. So here these brothers come out tonight, 7 a.m., doors open.
7 p.m.
Crack will do that to you. You know, Crack will do that to
The
you.
Kemet in the Desert series, tonight at the West Las Vegas Library Theater, 951 West Lake Mead Boulevard. 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock, doors open at 6:30. It's free. We will have the red pill and the blue pill.
And Cheryl.
Yes.
There we go. Close us out, brother. Then we just get up out of here.
44. All right, they can follow me on IG, BluePillar44 at Gmail if you have any inquiries. If you want to book us, you know, SoulGoldBiz.com, SoulGoldBiz.com, thezorb.com. You can use the coupon Blue Pillar. That's for your you know, cell phone radiation devices, the diodes, because there's a whole nother conversation we need to be having around these electronics and 5G and you know what's about to hit. But that's a different conversation at a different time.
Well, we bring you back for that. We're bringing you back for that.
All right, Red.
I could be found on all of the media platforms under the tag EL_PHILTHMOOR. That's my Instagram. I could be found on Twitter underneath the same handle, L Filthmore, or you could put Red Pillar, PILLAR, and put us in YouTube, in the search engine YouTube, Red Pill, Blue Pill, and also put us in the Google search engine, Red Pill, Blue Pill videos. We have over 600 plus videos in the atmosphere, in the cybersphere, where we're going in, dropping knowledge for many, many years that we've been putting it down. Blog Talk Radio, Know the Ledge Radio, YouTube, Know the Ledge Media, Patreon, /Red Pillar. I'm looking for 999 Patreons by the end of the year to fund, to get behind intellect, to get behind algorithms and solutions. We have the Facts 2020 initiative coming. that will be unveiled. We have a program, we have an initiative for 2020 that we're going to be going with: food, art, clothing, transportation, shelter. That's the acronyms for FACTS. We'll be talking about that tonight. Love and light to the family. We appreciate everybody. Twin the album, TWIN thealbum.com. That's our music. And kingscounty.bigcartel, KINGZKOUNTY. That is my clothing line. Like I said, let's not get upset about the blackface with Gucci and the noose with Burberry, because if we can support our brands that speak, that celebrate our culture, I'm not waiting for Rome to celebrate me. I'm not waiting for France to celebrate me while they colonize me on the same time. I'm going to wait for my own African American or African brothers from the continent. I'm going to get in their fabrics. You feel me?
Right.
I'm going to, because wardrobe, you know what I mean? Image is everything. And in your wardrobe, you're gonna speak about what you stand for. So let's get behind black designers such as ourselves, Kings County. All right, we came to life at the magic show. Talk about the importance of our hair. We came to life. I went to the magic show. My life changed. So we're gonna talk about that tonight. So family, make sure y'all pull up tonight. You're going to get solutions, but you're also going to get a diagnosis of where we're at as a culture. The name of the lecture is From Blackface to Blueface, okay? Where, we don't got to talk about it after that. So come and get this information, and thank you, everyone, for having us out here. We are honored to be here, and love and light. Kemet in the Desert, Part 6. Peace.
There you go. It's all happening tonight. The snow ain't gonna mess with us. We got the folks in the place to be. 951 West Lake Mead.
That necessary heat, y'all.
That's it. 951 West Lake Mead Boulevard, the gem of the community. But remember, today, if you're walking by, go to the Arts Center. Yesterday was their day. It was the Arts Center Day, and it's led by Dr. Marsha Robinson and the entire team of folks over there, keeping us culturally armorized. I'm going to use that because what they do over there, I can't do over the radio. Thank you so much for opening your doors to us. And again, yesterday we celebrated something black within this community on the Records with a Registry. We received from Miss Lois Tarkanian, City Council's office, and the entire City Council. I always appreciate their help. And tonight, we got another proclamation, y'all. We put people on the books for the Register of the City of Las Vegas. Y'all gonna love who this is. I ain't gonna tell you, because nobody know but me and those who signed the proclamation. But it's about that. And then Saturday, the night of the Negro Spiritual. We may have sung those songs on the continent to build the home. The night before we did building, we sang. The night before the harvest, and you had to go cut that cane on the island. You had a harvest. Even before war, we had a harvest. We had a traditional ceremony. There was a message in the music. That music transferred over us when we came on the slave boat, that became our original, if you will, gospel songs. That led to gospel music, that led to the blues. That went all the way through the Motown sound of the Jim Crow era. We got all that happening at the West Las Vegas Library Theater. Saturday night, there's a message in the music. The night of the Negro Spiritual. We got E.C. Adams on the bill. We got Icy Jones on the bill. We got my man Sebastian from Cheyenne High School. Yeah, they come to do Bob Marley. What's up, Sebastian? That's a big shout out to you and your family. We have a full night of culture led by Mr. Oscar Robinson. We got China Hudson on the bill. We got the Adobisi dancers on the bill. We have a night of culture. There's a message in the music. There always has been. You may not understand the Migos, but they're saying something to us. We're going to get out of here, but there's a message in the music. The night of the Negro Spiritual.
And that's Saturday. The event is from 6 to 8:30 p.m. on Saturday, from 6 to 8:30 p.m. Tonight's event with the red pill and the blue pill starts at 7 o'clock till 10 o'clock tonight.
Come get some energy, some knowledge, because the East Coast is here. I saw the brothers. I promised to bring them here. Big shout out to Mastering Mindsets. And definitely Tiffany. I'm saying your name, girl, because she's part of Mastering Mindsets. These brothers have been working with me and doing things. I got to give a big shout out to TC. Yes, the chef himself. He's been hooking us up. And again, there's so many people that have helped with these events. If you want to help, we got your back. Help us help this community become connected. If we could do anything together, it should be able to enlighten, engage, and bring these people like this to bring our thought leaders to our children. You asked me how I got like this. I walked down 125th Street. You asked me how I got like this. I went to the Slave Theater in Brooklyn every now and then on Wednesday. I heard Earl Maddox and Sharpton and Seaburn and Mason. You asked me how I got like this. I got to hang out with Benjamin E. Mays. Yeah, he was the president of Morehouse when I got there. My Uncle Carl was a doctor there. My brother was a student there. My Uncle Kevin was an upperclassman there, got me in all that trouble. But in any event, I got it by associations with people, by listening to dialogues. Again, thank you to KCEP for the extra time and Mr. Craig Knight for always responding to the community needs. We're doing it tonight, and I do appreciate all the help and support of everybody that called. The event was canceled last night due to weather. We ain't letting that hopefully stop us today. It looked like it's sun shining, it's a little brisk, but the energy has changed because of the people that we bring to town. The blue pill and the red pill are here tonight. Last night it was blue pill, red pill, and Brother Jabari right there in the palace, if you will, my own Bidonville. I brought the harvest home.
That's right.
My wife, I appreciate you and Miss Gloyd for helping me out, because
thank you.
We have food, we had entertainment, and we had knowledge. And we'll be able to see it all soon enough on videos. Again, Crazy D, thank you for your expertise in here too. Hey, it's a village. Thank you for the harvest. See you tonight. The 6th annual Kemet Energetics. Oh, one last thing. Sorry, I blew it. Joe Neal. Y'all still listening. Joe Neal on Saturday, one of our early elected officials, they're having an event at the West Prep Academy tomorrow from 1 to 3. John L. Smith, one of our great columnists, has written a book about him and all of the things he's done for us. He was the original warrior. It's called the West Side Slugger. Joe Neal, thank you so much for your help in Las Vegas and making this place better for me. I stand on your shoulders. I know a lot of elected officials are standing on your shoulders. They may not want to admit it, but you laid the groundwork when it was only a few, when the boat was small and only one person was rowing, with one row and no rudder. I'm just going to say, you was up against the system for a long time, Mr. Joe Neal, one of our first African-American elected officials. He's going to tell you he comes from Mounds, I believe, Louisiana, but he's part of the Vegas culture. Again, tomorrow, Saturday, right before the night of the Negro Spiritual, come out. It's happening at West Prep Academy. Joe Neal has a book written about him, about his struggle, and I appreciate Roxanne McCoy, the leadership of the 1111 NAACP. You know, they keeping us going. Joe Neal, come out and see it. If you know about the history of Las Vegas, West Prep is the place to be tomorrow from 1 to 3. And then just mosey on in the neighborhood. You go over to, Grits Cafe, and then make your way over to the night of the Negro Spiritual. That's how we do that on a beautiful Friday morning. This is Like It Is Radio.
Here's the thing about your movie, why I made a curator's pick of the Hollywood Fringe Festival. Community, heart, crazy.